G'day trendsetters, I'm John with Gravel Cyclist and I'm coming to you today with my review of this beautiful wheel set from Corima, the Essentia 40, which is the company's all-road specific wheel set. I'll get into that more in a moment. If you're a regular to the gravelcyclist.com website or Gravel Cyclist YouTube channel, you'll already have seen my features video of this particular wheel set. But that point aside, let's press on with the review. Corima is not a new name to cycling. They've been in business for a very long time, since 1988 in fact, and here we are. I'm joined by my Tuesday. Where was I? Oh yes, by the mid-90s had garnered a well-earned reputation for being a world leader in the production of carbon fiber wheel sets and aerodynamic enhancements to the wheel sets and their frames they are producing at the time. One of their more famous productions is the Corima Puma, as I would say, or Puma, as some people would say. This frame here is one of my personal collection, along with these 4-spoke wheels also produced by Corima. Cutting edge stuff, and these designs are from the early to mid 1990s. Moving forward, gravel cycling has become a huge thing, and whilst Corima has been a little bit slow to adopt to that change, they now have 2 wheel sets on offer. The first is the Corima 30.5 gravel specific wheel set. It's one I've reviewed already, and you can check out my review linked in the description below. And this, the newest wheel set, the ALLROAD Essentia 40. I think now it's a good time to check out these wheels up close and personal. The Corima Essentia 40 front wheel features 24 bladed spokes in a 2-cross pattern, a paired spoking pattern no less, not something new, but Corima refers to this as the R2 spoking pattern. Visually, the striking 40mm deep hookless carbon rims feature 3K carbon fiber and a structural aerospace foam core. According to Corima, this provides vibration dampening, durability and reliability. The internal rim width is 23mm and the rims are devoid of outer fillers, paint or, as I like to call it, general bollocks. The hubs, center lock for the rotor mounting standard, 12mm. Flip it over and there you can get a close look at the other side of the front hub. Bearings, super smooth. And there's a good look at that beautiful rim. And per this little decal here, maximum tire width is 50mm and minimum tire width is 28mm. So a very versatile all-road wheel set, and tire pressure maximum is 68 psi or 4.7 bars. Maximum tire pressure is going to depend on what sort of tire you're running at the time. For a 28 it's 68 psi, and for a 45mm tire, 43 psi. The rear Essentia 40 wheel features the same rim as the front, the same type of spokes as the front, and the same R2 spoking pattern. The cassette Freehub mechanism in this wheel has been strengthened to deal with the extra torque loads of gravel cycling. There's a precision 36 tooth star ratchet mechanism inside, which equates to 10 degrees angle of movement to get forward motion. The front and rear wheels also feature oversized bearings, and in my experience with Corima wheels, they have some of the best bearings going out of the box, long wearing and super smooth. Once again, we've got a 12mm through axle, 142 in width by 12 to be exact. And there's again another look at that hookless tubeless rim, which is pre-taped and ready to go with the valve also installed. Now it's time to hear the freewheel mechanism. Let's get it wound up to speed. Okay, I don't think this wheel ever wants to slow down. Definitely louder than most, but that's not always a bad thing. This wheel set, made in France. And the final feature to cover, the Freehub body is available in all of the standards. This is Shimano for 10, 11, 12, etc. XDR and Campy N3W is also available. Now it's time to weigh these beauties. Front wheel. And these weights include the rim strips and valves. 783 grams. Rear wheel. 895 grams. Let's get really cute here. Balance the front wheel on top of the rear wheel for the total combined weight without the whole lot falling into the swimming pool. You're looking at 1,678 grams with the valve cores and rim strips. Definitely not the lightest wheels around. Now is a good time to break out my calipers and measure these rims. Rim width is 27.93, so close enough to 28 millimeters. Inner rim width is about 22.68, so a smidge under 23. And finally, rim depth is 40.22 millimeters. Corima Essentia 40, and we're mounting a Continental Terra Speed 700C by 35 millimeter. By the way, these were a real bugger to install, but thanks to my fantastic girlfriend, LGC, she purchased me a set of these Lezine Tubeless Power Lever XL tire levers, which are extra long, more leverage. Fantastic. You can check them out in the link in the description below. Trusty Bontrager TLR flash charger pump version 2 pre-inflated, main cylinder, 120 something PSI. About to release a big shot of air here, and then ideally poof, onto the rim. Here we go, fingers crossed. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, fully into the bead. The next tire, a rather floppy and sloppy, but with some tread still remaining, Penaresta Gravel King SK 700C by 35 millimeter. I had to install an extra layer of tape. That's sometimes a requirement for looser fitting tires. No valve core, no sealant right now. Just want to get the pop to happen, hopefully. Bingo. All needed was the extra layer of tape. That's the technical details, the weighing, the rim measuring, the freewheel hub sounding, and the tire mounting procedures covered. Now it's time to find out how the Corima Essentia 40 wheel set rides. Tipping the scales at 1,678 grams, the Corima Essentia 40 wheel set is by no means a pair of lightweight wheels, but in the realm of wheel sets of this depth, it is decently on par with similarly priced competition. We're talking just shy of US $1,600, and the wheel set arrives with a 2-year warranty. Trying to build a wheel set that caters to the demands of gravel and pavement, aka all-road, is a difficult proposition in some cases because compromises need to be made, particularly with weight and inner rim width. Corima has been very slow to arrive at the tubeless tyre party, and they decided to choose hookless for this wheel set, which is still a little controversial, particularly for pavement-going use where the pressure demands are higher. One thing I need to point out immediately, my usual go-to tyre for many of these wheel set reviews, the Penaresta Gravel King SK, tyre would leak air around the rim bead interface, something I've never seen with this tyre on any other wheel set ever. I could eventually get the tyre to seal with some effort, but it was an untrustworthy bond. The same problem applied to the Penaresta Gravel King SS. Both of those tyres have played nicely with every wheel set I've ridden and reviewed in the past, which tells me all other manufacturers either have a little flexibility following the wheel sizing standards for tyres, or Corima is exactly spot on with the ETRTO standard, etc. Long story short, I cannot recommend Penaresta Gravel King tyres with this wheel set. This wheel set is extremely durable, as you can see in these scenes that I recommend you do not repeat ever. A little background, after some effort I successfully had a pair of 700C by 35mm Penaresta Gravel King SS tyres to seal, but after a few miles the seal broke and I thought, let's ride this rim home. 8 miles later, after carefully butting the rim here and there, and a few times where I just rode on the rim sands, any thought the Essentia wheelset is undamaged and straight as an arrow. It speaks volumes for the quality build of this wheelset and the validity of that Corima spoking pattern, which definitely harkens to another paired spoke pattern. The ratchet drive mechanism inside the Corima hub is bomb-proof reliable, something I would expect from Corima. Historically, the hubs have always been top-notch in my experience, and with 36 points of engagement or just 10 degrees of movement, sees guaranteed forward motion. At the correct tire pressure, most wheels will provide a comfy ride, and the Essentia 40 is no exception. On that subject, check my handy recommended tire pressure chart, linked in the description below. Almost 1700 gram wheels aren't going to accelerate as fast as those weighing some 400 grams less, but like most wheels around this weight, once wound up the speed, they hold the speed well. This was more noticeable in roadie mode versus rumbling along on mixed surfaces and wider tires. Aesthetically, I've always liked how Corima wheels look, and the Essentia 40s with their 3K carbon weave are no exception. At this price point, the Essentias are in a crowded marketplace and do have their work cut out for them. There are similar wheels close in rim depth, a little less weight, but the durability of the Essentia 40s, in my mind, even with the Corima paired spoking pattern, is a huge bonus, especially if you're looking for one wheel set to do a lot of things decently well. Additionally, Corima wheels stand out from the crowd. So there you have it, my review of the beautiful Corima Essentia wheel set, handmade in France. As always, thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the Gravel Cyclist YouTube channel for product reviews such as this. No bull gravel bike reviews, other product reviews, ride experience videos, and general madness, potentially featuring this dog, as all of it is released to the channel. I'll see you in the next video.